everybody.
Hello.
Jake and Brenda here with our Sweet Adventures. Today is another Depression era recipe. This one is more of a dessert.
It is a dessert. It's a chocolate depression cake dessert.
Yes. And so we're going to get started with this.
Yes. Okay, here we are. Pre-measured most of the ingredients. This is a no eggs, butter, or milk recipe. Because back then, sometimes those were hard things to, they were the most expensive and hard to get.
Most of the things we take for granted they didn't have, so they had to make do.
Exactly. So we've got 1.5 cups of flour. We got a cup of sugar, and we have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, and so we're going to look out for that oil. We're going to go ahead and stir that.
That would be a mess. Yeah.
Stir that up a little bit here, and then I'm going to put the cocoa powder in there. And it's a 1/3 cup. Okay. Mix that up good. I know the cocoa powder, it always is because it's just cocoa powder. It's kind of lumpy. But so, you think about how fortunate we are today, and our parents are the ones that lived through the Depression, and so I'm always thankful that we didn't have to.
And we've tried some of these Depression era recipes, and most of them are pretty good.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to look back, we've done, what did we do? We did a hobo stew.
7.5 cent.
7.5 cent meal, which was Roosevelt's wife. Yep, Eleanor. She came up with that and was helping out through the Depression. So now what we need to do is I have a cup of water, and I need to add the vanilla.
Sure.
Which is, well, I gotta look at the recipe.
Yeah.
It's a teaspoon of vanilla.
And we always do taste test after we get these made.
Okay. And then we have white vinegar, which is a tablespoon. I already measured that out. We'll put that in there.
Okay.
And then we'll just stir that up a little bit. Move that out of the way.
Yeah, so they had a lot of the ingredients back then, but some was just hard to find or it's too expensive. And that's why they did that.
And now I'm gonna, this is the oil that I'm going
Carefully
to...
put the oil in.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm.
So this is a 1/3 cup of oil, and I'm gonna put it into this dry ingredients, and I'm gonna...
Oil. You said oil.
I know. Huh? Did I what?
You sound southern. Oil.
Oil?
Yep.
I know. Well, I used to work with a gal that came from the South, and I said oil, and she goes, "What's that?"
What are you talking about?
And so I told her, and she goes, "That's not how you say it." She came from Texas. She goes, "It's oil." I go, oh. Okay. So I started doing that, and I mean, that's been many years ago, but
yeah.
Anyway. So this might take a little bit to...
Yeah. So you just want to mix this up, and then
I think so, and then we'll be back at you.
Okay.
Okay, we got it mixed up, and I went ahead and put the water and those ingredients in here as well, because that had to be the next part of it. And so I wanted to let you know that this is also known as a wacky or crazy cake. And it is very inexpensive and moist. So now we're gonna go ahead and put it in the pan here. 9 by 9 or an 8 by 8 is what it said. So, and then
she used a spoon to mix it up because we want to keep these as original as possible. You know, we didn't want to use a blender, so
or a mixer.
Mixer, yeah.
Yep.
So
yeah, we're trying to stay as close to
how they would have done it.
Yes.
As close to the recipe and how they would have done it.
Right. So looks like that's it there, and it's got to go into the oven 350 degrees for about 35 minutes. Might be a little bit longer because we are at high altitude, so that has made a difference, and that's something I'm starting to get used to. So we'll be back. Hello, we're back. So here's the finished cake, and it took about 40 minutes to cook. So it does take a little bit longer, and I don't know if that is due to our altitude or not, but now we're gonna go ahead and frost it. So we have the powdered sugar.
How much is?
1.5 cups. And then we have the cocoa, which is 1/4 of a cup. Then we have a teaspoon of vanilla, and I might put just a tad more in there because vanilla, of course, it's not true to the. Okay, and then we need to start stirring that, and
you don't have a
shame
spoon.
on me, I don't have a spoon. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to start stirring that a little bit, and then I got to add, it says up to 3 tablespoons of water. So I just want to kind of get it mixed up anyway a little bit before that. All right, so I'm going to start out with 1 tablespoon of water. And mix that up. And you know, it is going to depend on how you want your frosting to be. If you want it, you know, thicker, or you want it to be able to pour it over there, but it's kind of weird. It's not like mixing up.
Not very good.
You know.
Almost looks like it need more than
Yeah.
3
Oops.
tablespoons.
Let's go to, it looks that way, but
We shall see. That was the original recipe, though, right?
yeah, it said 3 tablespoons, but here we go. Now we're getting it. Now it's coming together. Just gotta really stir it.
That might be good.
Yeah, it's starting to mix up. But I'm gonna go for a little bit more. I'm gonna put a tablespoon, but I'm just gonna try that. Because I don't want it real runny. I want it to be like, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they were about right then. 3 tablespoons.
Yeah, there's probably about 2.5 tablespoons full.
Old-fashioned mixer, too.
Yeah, missed that. So, let's see here.
It's getting close, isn't it?
It's getting close. I might just a teeny bit so it like spreads a little bit. Because you don't want it real thick. And then it'll tear the cake.
Yeah.
You know. So just a tad more. Just a splash. And also, I want to let you know that according to the recipe, it gives you how much it cost. And once we get it frosted and everything, I'll let you know that.
Do our taste test.
And we're going to do a taste test. So, what I'm going to do is, beautiful frosting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and frost this, and then we're going to take a taste test. We'll be back. Okay, we're back, and voila. I did end up using I had to add the extra water because it does kind of set up fast. So, so I did use the 3 tablespoons. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a taste test. And let's go ahead and I'm just going to do it.
Looks pretty good.
Yes, it does. And see how the frosting really does set up pretty fast, you know. So we'll just take a little piece out and
put it on the plate.
Put it on the plate. See how good this comes out here. You know that first piece, right? Always the one that's the hardest.
And that's going to hold true this time, too.
There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right.
And now
we're going to
do the taste test.
Yes.
Okay.
Oops.
Time for the taste test.
Okay, here we go.
That going to be mine?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to get there. And my little piece flipped on over. Okay. And mine.
Not bad for a, limited ingredient cake. Is what you normally put. You normally put eggs and all kinds of stuff.
Well, it depends on the recipe, but yeah, eggs, milk.
Not bad.
No,
None of that stuff. So yeah.
Really, it would have been a real good treat.
Yeah.
For back then, I'm sure.
Actually, pretty good.
Yes. So on a scale of 1 to 5 again.
A lot of times I go 3, but I'm going to go 4 with this one.
Are you?
It is pretty good. Yes.
Okay.
Have that with some milk tonight. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be good. Always a cool glass of milk with chocolate.
And what are you going with?
Well, of course, I'm going to go with, what'd you say?
I said 4.
I'm going to say 4.5. Actually, I could give it a 5, really, because, well, chocolate's my favorite, so I'm partial to that, so.
Yeah. And cheap.
And cheap, very cheap, because the total cost of this recipe is like $2.41. So it's 27 cents per serving. So that's really cheap. When you think about back then, during those Depression days, at least it was a treat, and you felt like you got a little dessert and got something special.
They were pretty creative back. You had to be, So.
Yeah.
So, and with kids and everything, this would have been a treat for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Well, it's going to be a treat for us later. So, but anyway,
we have two previous videos of the hobo stew and the 7.5-cent meals. So if you want to check them out on our channel, please do so. We'd appreciate that. And like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button or bell. And I think this is going to do it this time for us. So remember, we're here, there, and everywhere. So follow us on our journey. Till next time.
See ya.
Bye.